I really did want to come on here. It's just me today, y'all. King's not here. I don't know where to start, man. I can't even put sentences together right now. I cannot believe for the third year in a row, we got the fifth pick. Wow. Even Mark, when he was opening up and saw it, even he looked disgusted. If y'all go back and watch it on YouTube. Mark, when he, whatever, I can't even talk. When he shows who got which pick, if you go back and look, even he looked like, come on, bro. The fifth pick goes to the Pistons. I can't believe this, man. Okay, look. I do have something to say. We all know that there is some type of manipulation when it comes to the lottery, right? We know that. We know it's not 100% clean, pure, up to chance. We know that. With that being said, how is the league missing? Did the league just not see what happened here downtown Detroit? Did the league just not see that we set the record for most fans for the NFL draft? Doubled the old record, 725,000 people supporting the city. NBA is missing the boat. We have so much room for financial opportunity here downtown in the city. If you give us freaking more than the fifth pick in the... I haven't been this mad about anything basketball related in a long time. It gets to a point where it's like, come on, bro. It gets to a point where it becomes obvious to everybody. I'm not saying we should have got the first pick. I'm not saying Atlanta shouldn't have got the first pick. Atlanta got the first pick in the draft in their first time in their history. Congratulations, you're in the club from us from 2 years ago. The league gave us one pick and said, here, this is what you get for the next 30 years. Here you go. Y'all better be happy with that because you ain't getting nothing else above 5 for the next 3 years. That's basically what they told us. The league basically told us, here's your number one pick. I know you ain't got one in 50 years, but here's your first one. Don't ask for nothing for the next 3 years because you're going to get the worst possible pick you can get every single time. We got the worst possible pick we could get every single time. We got Jaden Ivey, lowest possible pick we could have got, 5th. We got it with Ivy, got it with a star after having the worst record in the league the season before last. And now we have the worst record again, and we still have... Did y'all see a star? Did anybody see a star? Anybody see a star's face? Anybody see him laughing? He was laughing. He's like, you gotta be... He was trying to cover his face because he didn't want to be disrespectful to the structure of the lottery. But if you look again, watch the star's face. Even he knew. Everybody knows. How did the Spurs get a higher pick than we did and they just got Victor Wembanyama? I can't believe this, man. I cannot believe the Spurs got a higher pick than we did. They just got the next generation of the face of the NBA. Sorry, Anthony Edwards. They just got the next face of the NBA. Why are they getting higher picks than we are? I don't want to hear this lottery stuff. I don't want to hear this, well, the balls fell however they... No, pause, by the way. I don't want to hear that. No. We all know this lottery's trash. They need to go to what the NFL does. I'm not just saying that because we're the ones getting hosed right now. The lottery makes absolutely no sense. Nobody sees what's going on. Nobody sees what's happening. That's why, at least with the NFL, there is no gray area. There is nothing you can do behind the scenes. Worst record, first pick. Second worst record, second best pick. That's how the NBA needs to do. With them creating this lottery, it allows them to get away with stuff and then blame it on chance. The lottery allows them to act up. In the NFL, you can't give the worst team the second pick. If that happens, everybody knows, and they're gonna call it out immediately. It'd be silly to even attempt that. So in the NBA, let's create something that will allow us to manipulate, and then blame it on that thing that we created, the lottery. I'm tired of this mess. Like I don't know, man. It's about to be a bunch of Pistons fans just dipping out, just leaving. And I honestly don't blame them at this point. I'm not blaming everything on the lottery because our franchise has made a lot of bonehead decisions over the last few years, but this don't help. I don't understand what is missing. I don't understand what's missing from our city. You can't even say it's the area anymore. You can't even say that anymore. This is the place to be. Downtown Detroit is the place to be. Did y'all see how many jerseys from other teams that were worn downtown? All them people came from wherever they live to come here. Yes, the NFL does it right. NHL and NBA is sketchy. There is full transparency when it comes to the NFL. Worst record, best team. This is nonsense. We've had the worst record 2 of the last 3 years. In the third year, we had the second worst record. And we get the 5th pick all 3 times? I don't understand, man. Houston got a higher pick than we did last year. That's why we ended up with the Sar instead of Amon. They get a higher pick than us again this year. I don't know, man. Yeah, Tony. Facts. This is when it started. Anybody who doesn't remember this, if you watch the first lottery with Patrick Ewing, you can see David Stern fix it before your eyes by bending the envelope of the Knicks. Yes, go look it up. That's when it started. But it's taking away my joy, man. It's taking away my joy. And not even strictly as a basketball fan. It's getting to a point now where it's like, please don't turn sports into WWE. Please don't do that. Don't make it obvious that everything is just set up. Can somebody help me out? Why are we an afterthought here? We're putting billions into the city. The only reason we haven't had an All-Star game here yet is because we don't have enough hotels built downtown. So, I don't understand how we can be given a potential All-Star game here, NFL draft here, NCAA tournament 2027, and we can't get nothing past the 5th pick in the NBA draft for 3 years in a row. It just doesn't matter. Whatever the initiative is, doesn't make sense to me, unless I'm just missing something. Honestly, y'all, I don't even know who is available past 3 in this draft. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm keeping it a stack with y'all. I haven't even looked. I'm tired of scouting NBA drafts, prospects I'm not used to this, y'all. Even though it's been that way for the last decade plus, I'm not used to this. When I was growing up watching basketball, like in my teen years, it was the 2000s when they were Eastern Conference Finals 6 years in a row. I mean, if not that, they were at least in the playoffs, contending, second round. That's what I'm used to. I don't care about the draft, bro. I do not care about the draft. That may not be what y'all want to hear, and I'm sorry if it's not. But at this point, I don't even care. I get tired of looking forward to the draft. That means you're not good enough. If you're in the lottery every year, and if it's happening every year, that means something's wrong upstairs. It's worse than when we were a mid team. Y'all understand Van Gundy years when we were like in mediocrity, stuck in mediocrity, to where we couldn't make the playoffs or barely get in the playoffs, but our draft pick was so trash, getting like the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Y'all remember that? This is worse. Because at least before, we expected to get a low draft pick. This is worse. Because now we're getting let down every year. This is worse. I don't even know where to put this energy. I don't even know where to put this. I don't even know. I have no script. I never had a script, but I'm not prepared. I didn't know what I was going to say to y'all today. King ain't even here, as you can see. This is just me on my own. I had to get this out. Well, I'll tell y'all this much. It don't look good right now. It don't look good right now. We have the lowest possible pick we could have gotten for the 3rd year in a row. We don't even have a freaking president. So whoever comes in is going to have a few months at most to come in, understand this team, understand what happened before he got here, and then figure out how to fix it. In 2 months? What are you doing? Why isn't there already a president hired? We shouldn't be trying to get a president after the lottery. This search should have been happening way before now. Before the season started, or before the season ended, sorry. We should have already been working towards a president. Scouting, figuring out, interviews, whatever. What are we doing? I don't know what we're doing, bro. But Troy has his work cut out for him, and I feel bad for him. I hope he's not just now allowed to start making decisions on his own, because he has not been making decisions on his own. Take that to the bank. Troy Weaver has not been making decisions on his own, but he's being put in a position to look that way. That's why I'm not hard on Troy right now. He's not perfect by a long shot. None of us are. But it ain't this bad either. Trust that. So what's the president going to do? What's the president going to do? Now you got Troy has to bring him up to speed. You got to bring your boss up to speed. You got to bring your boss up to speed, bro. I don't get it, man. Anyway, I'm rambling, as y'all can see. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. I don't even think somebody like Rob Dillingham will be there if I... Obviously, Alex Sarr's not going to be there. Zachary Rizache, the small forward. Zachary Rizache. That's who I actually have my eye on if we didn't get the number one pick. Assuming we get the third pick. Or the second pick. Or the fourth pick. That's the pick. Okay, so I don't know. Like, what do we do at this point? Do we just go for shot value? Like, do we go for putting fans in the seats? Do we go for trying to win? Because guess what? We haven't done any of those three. Oh man, like those are the three. Those are my three: Alex Sarr, Zachary Rizache, and Rob Dillingham. After that, I don't know. I don't know who's and I really don't care to know. So check this out. Here's the thing. Haven't even gotten the number one pick, right? This draft is not a strong draft. That's why I'm trying not to overreact right now. Because when you draft is important as where you draft, right? So this draft is pretty weak. After those guys you mentioned, it's not even. And honestly, I think Alex Sarr probably go third or fourth in a different draft. But getting back to this, even if we would have gotten the number one pick, right? Do you take Alex Sarr? Because if you do, what does that mean for Jalen Duren? Because both of those guys can't shoot consistently outside of 15 feet. That's why I thought we were going to win the draft this year. And that's why. Aside from getting the lowest possible pick the last 2 years in a row, thinking it's our turn again, at least to get somewhat, I was thinking, yeah, they're probably going to give it to us in the draft when the draft is weak. Throw us the bone when the draft is weak. So that's why I thought we were going to win this draft, but it didn't happen. So with that, I will say this. As it started to get closer and closer, 10 pick, 9 pick, I'm like, man, I just got a bad feeling come over me, man. Like, usually I'm very positive when it comes to this stuff and big on manifestation, right? I'm really big on manifestation, you know, and like just trying to make things happen, trying to will things into existence at times, right? Saying it out loud, whatever it is. But it just wasn't working for me today. My brain was like, nah, bruh. I couldn't even get to that point mentally. I just said this. Jaden Ivey, third worst team. You get Jaden Ivey, 5th pick. Last year, worst record, 5th pick. This year, even worse record, 5th pick. I don't know, man. Like it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy because there's nothing we can do about it. That's the messed up part. There's nothing we can do. It's like, oh, well, that's the draft. And it happens so fast, and they go straight to the game. 5th pick, 4th pick, 3rd pick, 2nd pick, 1st pick. Congratulations. Hawks, they won. Interview. All right, out. Now we're going to get. Like, it's just like, man, I'm sick of this, bro. Do you think Pistons could trade with me? Yeah, I think they could. But why would you? Why would you? Like, why would you trade up? Alex Sarr is the best player in this draft. Anybody outside of him, whether you need him or not, to me is not worth trading up for. I'm not trading up for Zachary Rizache. I'm not trading up for Rob Dillingham. And I'm not trading up for anybody after that. So the only person that I think is worth trading up for, not just for us, but anybody, Alex Sarr is the one guy I would trade up for if I needed him. Don't need him. I'm not trading up for anybody other than him if I need him. And since I don't need him, I'm not going to trade up for him. This isn't the draft to trade up. If this was last year or something like that, then I'd be like, yeah. But this year, absolutely not. We would trade this pick too. There are a few teams who don't have any draft picks that we could look at. A team like that who doesn't have any draft capital for the next few years, they'll view the number 5 pick like a number 3 pick or number 2 pick because they don't have anything. So a 5 pick, they're like, what? Yeah, we'll take 5 because based on what we had, which is nothing, this is great. Find a team that has no draft picks and that are looking to acquire draft picks. Because some teams don't have draft picks because they're going all in and they're trying to win. They sacrifice those picks to be a good team, right? So some teams aren't going to want our draft picks because they already cashed those in to get the best they need to win. But other teams, you find a team who needs draft capital and who's willing to give us something for it. That's the move. Devin, I said this. Bro, we didn't even get past the commercial break. You know how annoying that is? You know how annoying it is? Because they always do that for us. They used to do it at 3. They used to go to commercial at 3. Like we hit with the Darko draft. That's the last one I remember, I believe, when they went to 3. It's the top 3. But now they do 4. It's the top 4 they go to commercial. We can't even get past the commercial, bro. The Pistons need to speed up the search for GM and clean house with everybody that works in the front office. They do not have a lot of time with the draft and trade. Yeah. They need to be doing that like yesterday. I can't believe we don't have a president. And the lottery just passed. And now, the bad part, we can't even take our time because we waited so long to do this. This president of Operation Signing is one of the most important decisions for the next 5 years for this team. Beyond. It may be the singular most important decision for the next 5 years. Whoever we bring in as president. Whoever that guy is, right? That may be the most important decision we can make. And the bad part is that we're rushed. There isn't a candidate right now behind the scenes that they're talking to. You know how I know? Because we just found out that John Horst, who they wanted to interview, the Bucks GM, the Bucks told them, no, you can't interview him. We can't even get teams to allow us to interview their GM. We down bad. They don't even respect us. They don't respect us. Nor do they think that we can help them out in the future. Sometimes we see that happen. Yeah, I'll let you interview, but keep me in mind in the future. That kind of stuff happens. Next year, 2 years in the draft, 2 years. Yeah, I'll let you interview him. But here's the catch. There's 2 years. In the 2026 draft, there's a player I'm looking at. If he's available, I need you to help me get him. Tell you, man, that kind of stuff happens. Verbal agreements happen all the time behind closed doors. They're not even doing that because we ain't got nothing to offer. It's like, nope. Y'all don't need him. Y'all don't need to ruin his career. He's done well with us, and you guys will ruin him. And plus, you got nothing to give us back in return down the line. So no, we are down bad right now. That's what we're saying, Johnny. The NFL doesn't do this. I'll say it again for those who are here. I'm sorry for being redundant. Worst record, first pick. That's how it works in the NFL. Second worst record, second best pick. Third worst record, third best pick. And so on and so forth. The NBA has a lottery, which allows them to do their shenanigans and then blame the lottery. Well, it's all chance. It's all chance. AKA pinning over the little Patrick Ewing draft, bending over the envelope. Okay, it's a lottery. It's not our fault. It's by chance. We never see what happens behind closed doors. So all we have to go off of is this stupid lottery. We can't prove anything. If it was an NFL draft, let's just say for who had the worst record this year? Whoever. Let's say they had the worst record. If a list came out from the NFL or that they had the second pick in the draft, the league office would be on top of that so fast. Because it can't happen. It's impossible. Because it's straight based on your record. That's why I like the NFL draft. Now the NBA says, well, we don't want teams to tank, and so that's why we have it up. No, that's not it. You want to be able to control the draft. And you don't want to take any culpability for what happens in the draft. So you create a lottery. Who brought that up again? The thing about this, the reason this happens is because a lot of the time, those players, the Chris Middletons of the world, right, that were here and that, did the thing, the KCPs of the world, all those guys, they were always asked to play outside of their scope. We didn't have guys that were a lot better than Chris Middleton. We didn't have guys that were a lot better than KCP. That could be the lead guys, the number one guys, or the guys, whoever we had as the number one guys weren't good enough to be. So the KCPs and the Middletons had to play hard. They had to do other things. Look at KCP now. What is he doing now? 3-and-D. That's his role. When he was with us, they had him handling the ball. They had him coming off pick and rolls. What? He ain't Anthony Edwards. I know they both went to Georgia, but that's the only thing they have in common. He ain't no Anthony Edwards, man. So that's why, King Leo, is that our guys have always been asked to play outside of the position because we didn't have the talent to allow them to just play their role. Throw some shots at Adam Silver on his new side. We'll see. We'll see. I might be giving me some ideas.
I'm on my way up and I'm not gonna stop. We headed straight to the top in the know. I got a base it. I got no time to waste it.